Cowboys, they've had some lumps this year, but they also have those studs and also the young talented guys that are coming up ready to wrestle. So they've had some success, and they're looking to continue. They're not just satisfied just being here. They want to compete. They want to be at the top level.
We start at 174, and it is Joe Smith, ranked number 10, John Smith's son, who's been in and out of that Cowboy lineup. This is only his 10th match of the year. He's up against a good-looking redshirt sophomore in Anthony Mantanona, the redshirt sophomore from the West Coast, Palm Desert, California.
And right off the bat there, you see Joe Smith going in for that left side shot. Terrific job by Mantanona defending it. That's one of Joe Smith's go-to shots, that low ankle to the left side. So way to be aware there. Good defense right off the bat.
The patience of Joe Smith has been tested this year. Knick-knack injuries, series of infections that just prevented him from getting on track. As he fires straight on, good defense again by Mantanona. Smith recogs, trying to keep that foot in bounds, and out of bounds they go. No points awarded.
So there, just another solid shot by Joe Smith on the edge of the mat. But again, just good defense by Mantanona. Terrific edge of the mat wrestling by both guys. You see they're both scrapping, both contesting for position there. Neither one gave up. Back to the center.
These two teams met back in December as Mantanona with the slide by strikes first for the Sooners.
Good job there, Mantanona, just maintaining position, seeing an opening on Smith, was able to capitalize, score the takedown there.
2-0 lead for Mantanona as the two wrestlers return to the center. Good look at Roselli in that Sooner corner.
We talked about Joe Smith kind of being plagued with injuries this year, and that's something no athlete wants to deal with, especially in wrestling. You want to get that timing down, the positioning right, and you never want to take time off. But that can also be a good thing because it just refreshes your mind, it kind of recharges you, develop that passion all over again for the sport, that eagerness to go out there and wrestle. It's a long wrestling season, so in the long run, the big picture for Joe Smith, that time off could be the best thing for him coming up to nationals.
Andrew Shomers, the transfer from Edinburgh, has really showed his versatility this year. He was a 57, 65-pounder last year. He has wrestled a good cog of the matches at 174 because of Smith's issues with the injuries. But clearly Joe Smith is their guy, the two-time All-American, three-time NCAA qualifier.
See Joe Smith right there getting his hips back. Mantanona looked like he was working on that left side underhook. He's a guy that's not afraid to go upper body there, so smart wrestling by Joe Smith, just respecting that upper body position there, that tie up, getting his hips away, getting away from that tie.
Closing seconds of this first period, we're down to 5. And a good start for Mantanona. He will go into the second period on top, leading 2-1.
Really a terrific first period here by Mantanona. And again, the injuries for Joe Smith, you can't replicate being out here under the lights in a live wrestling match. There's only so much you can do in the wrestling room for that conditioning. So that might come into factor later on in this match, is can the conditioning of Joe Smith hold up? You see right there, nice little slide by.
Smith in on that single, shelves the load, and gets the 2. Toward the tail end of the period, they're having some clock issues with the tripod clock, so there was some confusion on the time, but you see the pick, the shelf, and the 2.
Again, just beautiful job there. That left low ankle shot by Joe Smith, getting up to his feet, going for the trip, and again, on the edge of the mat, keeping his toes in bounds. I love the pressure that Joe Smith is bringing in this match. You see, he was attacking early in that first period, gave up a takedown, but he stayed aggressive, he kept at it, saw another opportunity to score. Way to wrestle through those positions, way to stay confident.
The delay is to try to get the clock situation straightened out. The officials now recognizing that there was an issue in that first period, so it looks like everything is back on track. And it will be Smith starting in the down position. So a 3-2 lead for Joe Smith. And into the second period we go. Mantanona leads the Sooners, 9 falls this year. He was one of the 3 wins picked up by Oklahoma in the first duel against the Cowboys, but he wrestled Shomers that first time. A little bit of a different customer in Smith today. Smith into a stand-up. Mantanona has a leg in.
It was good recovery there by Mantanona. Joe Smith had a nice little switch there, was trying to get up to a stand-up. Mantanona just stayed patient. He kept following through. Had that claw spiral ride. Saw an opportunity to sink in the leg. You see right there, now he's working those hips, keeping the pressure forward. That's a tight half on that right side. It's a tough position for Joe Smith to be in from the bottom, but way to wrestle by Mantanona in the top position. Keeping that pressure forward, attacking top and bottom.
Leg in, pressure in that lower back area of Smith underneath. His crowd wanting a stalemate, but Mantanona working on top. Roll, Mantanona sticks.
Terrific follow through there by Mantanona. A little Granby roll there by Joe Smith. Mantanona just followed those hips, reached onto the back.
They hit Smith with the stall call, so a point to Mantanona and a 4-2 lead for Oklahoma.
At the beginning, Smith was doing a nice job of trying to move from that bottom position with the switch to try to stand up. But then right there at the end, he just kind of stopped moving. He just selected just to kind of sit down. Hats off to Mantanona for that pressuring ride. He really started to kind of just really frustrate Smith in that bottom position. Smith stopped moving, and unfortunately, he gave up a stall call because of that.
Smith into a stand-up, and finally he gets away, but a terrific job riding by the sophomore Sooner.
Solid riding by Mantanona in that top position. Pressuring forward, claw, spiral, sinking in the legs. See right there, he's in the tie.
There will be choice to Mantanona as we go into the third period.
Here, Smith getting up to his feet, turning in. Mantanona tried to drop to the leg, but terrific balance there by Smith. So he got under both those arms, lifted Mantanona up. Was able to get the one there towards the end of the period. Huge escape point. That little Granby roll by Mantanona. Smith elected not to roll through it. That's one of my favorite things. The guy goes for that Granby roll. He just kind of let his hips go, follow him through at the end. It's a little bit safer there. So Smith said, I'm going to stay safe, be calm here. And elects to give up the escape point there.
And there will be a blood time. It will be Mantanona heading off into the Sooner corner. John Smith in his 29th year, 438 wins earlier this season. He passed Bobby Douglas on the all-time list to move into the number 5 spot. 5 national championships under his tenure as head coach of the Cowboys. We talked about the emotion of the moment. We asked him earlier, will you be able to take off the coaching hat and just enjoy senior day today with your son? He said, never. We'll do that when it's all said and done at the end. But right now, no. Third period, approaching the 1-minute mark. Smith and Mantanona.
See, Mantanona right now, he's staying in the tie, he's kind of cleared that one, but he hasn't really made any effort to go after his shots, go after his attacks right now. Smith is content just really controlling the center. He's controlling the tie right there. It's up to Mantanona to put his foot on the gas. He's got to initiate the attack, try to score here.
Comes in with that front headlock, brings Smith down to his knees. right back in. Takes over the Sooner, but look at the roll through by Mantanona toward the edge, and he'll get the 2. Keeps the right foot inbounds. He's going to get the count as well. The Sooner late in the 3rd period. And it's Mantanona who grabs the lead.
Oh, terrific job there by Mantanona. You see, Joe Smith initiated that attack. Mantanona stuffed it. He put Joe Smith on defense after that attack. He saw an opportunity, went for the elevator on the edge of the mat, kept his toe in bounds, which is huge to get the near fall points and the takedown.
So the 2 and the 4, and Mantanona, just like that, goes up 9-5. He's going to be content to finish it out with the ride, and a huge win for the redshirt sophomore. The guns coming out of the holsters today for Oklahoma as the sophomore from Palm Desert with his biggest win of the year.
That was a terrific match back and forth, but it's the composure of Mantanona. See, right there at the end, he needed a big takedown, saw an opportunity not only to get a takedown, but near fall points on the edge of the mat in this environment. Clutch win. You see right here, Joe Smith going in for that left side low ankle. Elevating, you see right there, Mantanona going for the elevator, that right foot staying in bounds, going for that cow catcher position, whipping it over, still keeping the toe in bounds, getting in position there to get the near fall points. Way to wrestle at the edge, way to just wrestle all the way through this match. Terrific match by both guys, but hats off to Mantanona there. Big win for him.
Anthony Mantanona won a California State Championship in 2017. Remember, there's no classes in California,